The Philae probe on Wednesday released a close-up image of Comet 67P as the European Space Agency said onboard instruments are working despite the anchors not working as planned. The picture, taken with the lander's ROLIS camera, was taken 3 kilometers away from the target during the craft's descent. Philae's landing marks a first in space exploration and the climax of a decade-long mission to examine close-up the remnants of the birth of Earth's solar system. The 220-pound lander, virtually weightless on the comet's surface, touched down on schedule at about 1600 hours Greenwich Mean Time after a 7-hour descent from spacecraft Rosetta 300 million miles from Earth. During the launch, harpoons designed to anchor the probe failed to deploy, and the ESA is having to consider options for refiring them to ensure it does not drift back into space.
Now what we know is that we touched down, so we landed at the Comet at the time when you all saw us cheering and when it was announced. We had a very clear signal there, and we also received data from the lander, housekeeping data and also science data. That's the very good news. Not so good news is that the anchoring harpoons apparently did not fire. So the lander is not anchored to the surface. And now we started to think about what could be the situation. Did we just land in a soft sandbox and everything is fine, although we are not anchored, and the ADS did not fire? Or is there something else happening?
Jubilant scenes welcomed the successful descent, but the head of ESA operations, Paolo Ferri, said the work had to go on.
When I left the control room, everybody was moved, was excited. Most of the people were crying. People are more, they have difficulties to believe that it happened. Yeah. So, but we're very busy. The control team is busy in checking the situation, stabilizing the situation. So they won't have much time to think of the historical moment. They have to work. No, science came throughout the descent, so that phase is already over. So we have science data coming, we have pictures, we have measurements from all the instruments, or all the instruments that were active during the descent. The science continue coming. Of course, the scientific experiments will start a bit later, but the measurements for the instruments which were already active, and they are active now, are coming.
Among several records set by the mission, Rosetta has become the first spacecraft to orbit a comet, rather than just flying past to take pictures.